Hello and welcome to another episode of the Congolese Cocktail, and tonight we have got some serious Congolese cocktails to go. The ball malachite makes a return. We've got quite a few cobalt-bearing calcites or rhodocalcites. Other than that, we've got some beautiful Sauros, there's Chrysocolla, and a couple of other countries making a representative effort on their country's behalf. I'm Francis, that's Jono, that's a trolley with a dog in the background, and that's our roof, which keeps things intact. This is Top Rock, Africa's oldest minerals, fossils, wholesaler of things that shine. And if you're new here, welcome, happy days. Please take some time and effort to read the short story in the description. Cara has written it very well, and there's a surprising twist at the end. Right, without further ado, let's jump into some Lesotho Mountain calcite. There are 70 of these beautiful little dog-tooth formations, little pseudomorphs with a quartz at the end, as you can see here. Not intact piece, but a beautiful example of that morphing process. That's all the juicy at the base. Here we go, some very nice, clean calcite. There we go, happy days. Bit of sun on that. The 70 little calcite beasties, or molars, or canines, however you like to describe them. They weigh 1.15 kgs, only going to cost $33. And hang on, Nick's got them rated all over the show, medium, good, very good, to A grade. $33, 375 is a flat number. That's a good flat. Next up, some Chrysocolla and quartz. This is Congolese from the Laputu mine. Laputu, famous for its hemimorphite, famous for a lot of things. Mostly they're all exotic. This is pretty cool and exotic. Chrysocolla on the outside with beautiful quartz formations on the inside. Two of these specimens. Sure, that is quite heavy. We're just going to see what Nick has to say about it. Nice dolomite. Oh, that's interesting. That little, let me zoom in on that. I don't know what that is, but that's possibly Congolese. Could be something else. That doesn't look like malachite. Hey, let's ask the Nick. Early in the show. Hey, Nick, sir. Got to speak loudly. Yep, everyone's on their earphones to appreciate the privacy of the bird life without listening to Back in Black for the 10th time today. That pretty little blue-grey mineral. What is that? I haven't seen that before.
Another important question there.
Well, without getting too existentially involved,
it looks like a clump of specular hematite, quite honestly.
Okay, that's
it's not green, it's not black, it's not malachite, it's not heterogenite, so therefore it must be secular hematite on there, which is quite weird. I haven't seen that on the...
Yeah. Right, there we go. A bit of weird specular or speculative hematite. Hello, Brian. Brian's sick. It was a long weekend. Yes. Right. That's an interesting and pretty little specimen, 1.165 kilograms, rated as very good only. These two little specimens are going to cost $34. That's for flat 248. Next up, we got some fresh bucanote, and back with a nice lilac. 6 of these little clusters, rated as very good to A grade. Some with a lot of limonite. Some with less limonite. These little beautiful spirit quartz clusters. We go through stages where it's all we see, and I think we're going to go head back that way. These 6 beauties are going to cost $50 for flat 314. Up with Kasompi malachite, rated very good to A grade. We got 6 silkies in here, 1.23 kilograms. That's beautiful. Shatwensi here is the better of the bunch, but look at how she glues. Or maybe if the sun was there, it'll help. Oh, that's pretty. There we go. Look at that gorgeous malachite, man. That is beautiful. This flat here is going to set you back all of $47. That's for malachite from Kasompi in the Congo, flat 322. Next up, we've got some beautiful ammonites, iridescent and opalized, such as this one here. Kind of very little cheeky flashes of red. These are rated good, very good to A grade. They weigh 480 grams. Come on, little fella. There we go. Oh, here's one with a lovely iridescence and opalization. 12 pairs. These are going to cost $33 only, and that's for flat 351. Nice. Hello, Cara.
Hello. Have you already named this episode?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you should call it a Congolese cocktail.
Don't know where she got the idea from. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, moving on to some Salros. What?
What do you mean, where did I get the idea from?
That's what I called it.
Really?
That was my idea.
Really?
Idea. Okay. Focusing on the Salros at hand, we got 12 beautiful, juicy coated specimens here, rated good, very good to A, 1.32 kilograms. Let's take a little time. Large gems there. Well formed crystals. A little bit of malachite, a bit of quartz. Lovely dolomite formation with the Salros covering it all up. And there's a lot of juicy on this fella. There goes Sean. Hey. 1.32 kilograms. This Salros is going to cost $45. That is for flat 356. Onto some smoky galleys from Madagascar. These are absolutely gorgeous. This is probably the worst of the bunch, and it's still nice and attractive. That is grand. These are rated as, they are all A grade, which is nice, 1.12 kilograms. Of Madagascar's best smoky galleys, perfect for the pocket. 20 of these are going to cost $38. That is for flat 315. Just want to look at this one as well, because man, that's really cool. Right, ball malachite. As promised, there are two largest specimens here from the Mndingi mine. The original origin of the ball malachite, so many years ago, 25 years, when Nick went and met with a politician's wife for no other reasons but to get minerals out of her. He's not listening, he's got his earphones on. Right. These two beautiful specimens, they weigh 1.87 kilograms. Rated as very good. These ball malachites are going to set you back $84. That's for two large specimens. That's flat 331. Onto some Sashi River some red agate, but also just mostly Sashi River agate standing freeforms, rated as good, very good to A grade. They're all standing freeforms. They are beautiful. Agates, this has probably got the most of the red. See how beautiful that is, man. That's gorgeous. See the red on this one. There's little... Oh, look at that. That is stunning. These are polished in Zimbabwe. Sashi River is, of course, the border between Botswana and Zimbabwe. And the Zimbabweans do not have machines. This is all hand polished, which is extraordinary. Because agate ain't soft. These 12 standing freeforms are going to cost $44. That's for flat 385. Septarian hearts from Madagascar next, because the Malagasy, where's Tommy? Is Tommy here? No, more about the heart matters than most polishes in Africa. Some of us Africans just like to eat some. There's 6 of them, 1.64 kilograms. They're rated as very good to A grade. This one's got a nice little vug with dog tooth calcite. Very nice flat of aragonite calcite hearts. It's going to cost $34 only, which is pretty damn cheap for flat 275. Back to the Congolese cocktail, and we go with 35 little juicy coated chrysocolla, malachite. There's probably any more fights in the mix. Let's just see what Nick had to say about this. It's, yep, heavy morphite. There she is. Crystalline, malachite, chrysocolla, mineral natural. Right. So how are we going to check which one is hemi? Well, that one's heavier, but that's because it's got more dolomite and malachite. Juicy is beautiful on these. These are rated as, what are they rated as? They're rated as good, very good to A grade. Sure, I can spend a lot of time here. Okay, that's heavy. That's just like, it's like weird. You pick up a couple of these and it's, oh, that's light. And then suddenly you pick one up and that's just, whoa, that's weird. That'll be heavy. That's beautiful. This flat here is going to cost $49. It's flat 364. Onto some rhodonite spheres. These are from Madagascar, rated very good to A grade. They weigh 2.18 kgs. Come on, zoom. There we go. That is a very nice polish. The Hoffmans asked me to find some rhodonite spheres not long ago, and I went through some of the old stock, and you can really get some bad rhodonite spheres, but these are absolutely sterling. They're beautiful. They're rated as very good to A grade. The rhodonite in Madagascar is not as pinky and rougey as the one in Madagascar, but the polish is infinitely better. This flat is going to cost $61. That's for flat 317. Here we go with some black tourmaline. Black tourmaline, 35 specimens. They're rated as very good to A grade. There is highlight opal in the mix as well. That'll be some of it. All kinds here. You've got the nice Mercedes formation. You've got the crystalline, the fibrous, and the feldspar in there, just to lend a little bit of contrast. Here's a bit of highlight opal as well. This flat here weighs slightly more than 1 kilogram. It's going to cost $56. That's for flat 297. Then cobalt bearing calcite. Look at these. Okay, we're just going to zoom in for a bit here. This is from the Mashamba West mine, and that is awesome. That is just delicious. Decadent pink calcite. So it's not pink calcite, I can't say that, because pink calcite derives its color from manganese, whereas this is cobalt calcite. But that formation is just, and that's so gemmy as well. And there's 4 of these in here. There's a bit of chrysocolla and some large crystals. That's classic dogtooth calcite. Sure. And as is normal and as is usual, the cobalt calcite comes accompanied with another rarity, which is called wesite, a cobalt version of malachite that hangs out only in the Congo. Look at these. This is an absolute winner. Just to balance things out, we got a bang average specimen, because life is all about balance, isn't it? As a beautiful flat, this is rated as a medium, good, very good to A grade, weighs 790 grams. It's going to cost $90. That is flat 329. Yummy. That is very nice, man. That is just iron oxide, chrysocolla, calcite. Corwesite on the side. That's special, man. That is super duper. Right, next up, we got some polished points from Madagascar. 3 of them, 540 grams in totality. This is a beaut with lots of limonite veils and not so subtle hints of amethyst. These are rated very good to A grade. That is quite special. Look at that. That's funky, man. Beautiful smoky cause. Look at that veil there, almost hiding behind the limonite. Here we go. That's a beauty. That's $34 only. That's a bargain. Flat 261. That's very nice. On to some diates, more Congolese goodies. These are rated good, very good to A grade. This will be good grade. No, this might still be very good. That's real pretty on top of quite a bit of secular hematite. Nice large gems. Very large gem. Look at that. That is spectacular. This one here comes with a nice side portion of chrysocolla. Very attractive. And there is another absolute gem. There we go. This is going to cost $169. That is for flat 333. Onto some fresh labithinite. That also came in with a Congolese goodies. There's 12 in this flat, rated as very good to A grade. As you can see, it's going to cost $65. This labithinite is exceptionally dark. There's It's a beauty. This flat here is going to cost $65. That's right. 1.16 kilos. This is flat 318. Onto a little bit more of Bucano took 6 more clusters. These are rated very good to A grade. 1.12 kilograms. Nice bit of limonite there at the base. You can see why they call it fairy quartz. You know why it's called spirit quartz, right? Right? This flat here is going to cost $54. That is for flat 344. Then we have more Salros. 6 Salro specimens weighing slightly more than 1 kilogram. Look at that, covered in juicy. There's one with a bit of malachite there in the side. This is Cobultion Dolomite. If you didn't know that already. Nice bit of malachite in the mix there. Probably proverbial runt here. This flat is rated as good to very good only. It's going to cost $37. That is for flat 295. Onto the center of the trolley we go, and it's another variation of Bucano took. It's larger windows, not so amethysty, but lots of beautiful hematoid at the base. This is a largish, well, medium cabinet specimen with beautiful clean windows. Very nice windows. Yeah, large Bucano took is getting very hard to get. Come, guy. Just a heads up, we've been asking for and we haven't really gotten any. That's A grade over there. It weighs 1.4 kilos. Going to cost $48 for flat 354. Right next to it is something exceptionally unique. It's a large chrysocolla with an even larger piece of calcite. So we did have one of these specimens in Saturday's show. We tested it for fluorescence, and it didn't provide the excitement we were hoping for. But it still is absolutely spectacular. It is, however, quite powdery, but that calcite there is monstrous, as well as that one. You just lots of little calcite crystals in the mix as well. It's quite a big fella. It weighs 4.336 kilograms. It's going to cost, it's $105 only, which is pretty cheap for a largie like this. That's for flat 327. On to eclogite, a rarity all of its own kind. This is from Kimberley, from the Diamond Mine veins. That is beautiful red pyro garnet in a omphacite matrix.
I want it.
Oh, hello, Vuzi. Do we want it? Yes, we want that. Hey?
We'll add it for Thursday.
Right, eclogite, flat 313 at $66.
Really?
Then we've got an absolute kick-ass Luena smoky cluster, and the windows are beautifully clean. There are a fair amount of chips all over the show, which is pretty much par for the course for Luena. It weighs 3.16 kilograms.
Up to you. We'll look for it otherwise.
Vusi, please can we have that? Vusi, please. Thank you. Thank you, Vusi. You know it's worth your while.
Really nice.
This large smoky cluster that is rated as very good. It's going to cost $72. That's for more than 3 kilos of Luena's beautiful smokiness. That's flat 304. Onto a large silky malachite. This beauty here is A grade, and it's kind of large. Look at that. Look at that beautiful chatoyancy. Play on light, that is absolutely stunning. It weighs 1.21 kilograms. It's gonna cost $45. That's $45 for a large silky malachite. That's flat 382. Then on to a black tourmaline felt spar. This is from Irongo. It's a bit of a smoky quartz there. There'll be invariably there'll be highlight opal off the cuff. Yeah, there it is. I think. This beauty here is rated as very good only. It weighs 1.32 kilograms. And that's it's going to cost. That's going to cost $45, same as the silky next to it, for flat 316. And then a large but gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I just want to check if it stands upright. That is some cobalt-bearing calcite, but beautiful, gemmy calcite formations. Those dog teeth. Let's get into the sun, mate. Rated as very good grade. There's the Congolese in the mix as well. That is an absolute mint. Beautiful, beautiful specimen. $1.79 kilos. Yes, it kind of stands. $195. Flat 341. Jono does do a little effort, eh? He's all right. Hey, Jono, you're all right, mate. You're not as bad as everyone says. Right on to the second trolley, and we have a beautiful flat of Salrose and malachite. There's 35 of these little specimens, weighing 1.25 kilos. These are rated as very good to A grade. There's one with a nice bit of hematite, not hematite, heterogenite in the background. It's a beauty. Oh, this is gorgeous. Salrose malachite is a beautiful flat 35 of them, rated very good to A grade. $50 for the 35. That's $50, 35. That's pretty cheap. Slightly more than $1.50. Flat 243. On to some dark purple book and hope this time. There's 12 of these little fellas, and I'll tell you what, if it's hard to get big ones, it's even harder to find the dark purple spirit amethyst. These are all rated as A grade. Nice little splash of iron in the middle there. 700 grams is what these weigh. $37 is what they cost. That's flat 280. Then some chrysocolla, hemimorphite, malachite, quartz dolomite, kaolinite. It's the Congolese cocktail, and that's heavy. That's definitely got a bit of heavy hemi. Rated as good, very good to A grade. This flat weighs slightly more than 1 kilo. I just need some light. Find me some light. Find me some light. Here we go. Look at her sparkle. That's beautiful. This is quartz and chrysocolla. A lot of quartz on a bit of chrysocolla, but it does imbue quite a lovely hue. Oh, look, what is this? Hello. Hello. What hangs out in you? Is that also secular hematite? There's the light. Show me the light. Go. Any ideas? That's very interesting. This flat here is going to cost $44. That is oh, wait a second. Who are you and why are you protruding like that in such a cheeky way? Could be malachite. This is flat 339. Onto some very good and A-grade blue lace agate, natural blue lace with quartz, with druzy. There's 29 of these little specimens. Some smaller ones like this one. This is a cracker. Look at that. That's cute as, man. That's beautiful. Nice. To a little plate. Ooh, I reckon they come from the same place, don't they? Yeah, that's gorgeous. Very nice flat of blue lace agate, 2.56 kilograms. It's going to cost only $43. Hang on. If this is 2.56 kilos and it costs 40, so that makes it less than $20 a kg, which makes this stupid cheap, which makes it a mistake almost. Those who have bought blue lace in bulk, your eyes and ears should be pricking up at this one. $43 for flat 260. Do the maths. That's clever. Right, now up to the serious business. That if it isn't cobalt calcite, it's the ball malachite, and that's a flat of 6. The highly sought after, weighing slightly more than 1 kilogram. This flat is rated as a very good to A grade from the Mendingi mine in Congo. That's South Congo. On top of druzy. Some of this druzy has also been infused with quite a bit of heterogenite. That is absolutely gorgeous. This flat 6 is going to cost $64. That is flat 266. On to 12 points, as well as some double terminated amethysts. These are rated very good A and double A. And first off the bat, we're going to have a look at the hematite over there. Just that veily beautiful amethyst point, very dark double termination. Here's a weird one, because there's always one, isn't there? Have a look at these veils, man. That is wicked. This flat's going to cost $41. That's flat 287. Very nice. I'll just have another look at this one. That's the first one we looked at. There you go. And then on the other side as well. I didn't see that. That's beaut. Right, on to another variation of Bucanotuk, and it's the whitey with limonite at the base kind. Large windows. These are rated as A grade, but invariably the lighter or whiter the amethyst is, the cheaper it becomes for us as well as for you. 24 of these specimens. They weigh 1.855 kilograms. There we go. This one, this is beautiful. This flat's going to set you back $62. Do a little sweepy sweep. How's this? A little cone of quartz. This is flat 257. More cobalt calcite, and it's 3 larger specimens. This one's got a lot of nice malachite also. Juicy over the top. Quite a large motherstone. These 3 specimens weigh 1.495 kilograms. Look at that. That is just spectacular. This flat's going to cost $51. That is for flat 238. Next up, a very, very nice flat of chrysocolla. And these are the old pseudomorphs, as you write, before malachite, and then the chrysocolla on the top. That is an absolute beaut. I need light. Where can I find the light? This is an absolutely gorgeous specimen. Very nice flat. Look at this. That is breathtaking. Here's some more of the pseudomorph. This one takes the cake. Check this hue of blue.
Yeah, they.
That is so delicious. This is this last one. Chrysocolla, that juicy coats that silky malachite as well. gorgeous. 710 grams. This flat's going to cost $72. That is for flat 310. Then we've got 6 silky malachite specimens, all rated as A grade, from Kasompi. These 6 silkies, they weigh 1.22 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $46. That's pretty cheap for more than a kilo's worth of malachite. But that is for flat 241. Then we've got 35 partly polished little Sashi River red agates. And unlike the standing freeforms from earlier, these have a lot of red. And a lot of banding. And a lot more banding. That's beautiful. These are rated as a very good to A grade. That is just so stunning, man. So invariably there'll always be the ones that kind of don't live up to their brothers and sisters' reputation, but this flat looks like it's absolute jacked with winners. Look at that. Look at that. More. Nice flat, man. 2.55 kilograms. It's going to cost $54. That is for flat 246. And there's another one beneath it if anyone wants another. Then more chrysocolla with a lot of druzy. Let's get this one out of the way and get to the main deal. Look at the pseudomorphs here. Those little formations. That was azurite a few million years ago. So let's see if I can get the sun. There we go. That's much better. Bit of native copper, lending a bit of a bronzish colour to the druzy. That is a beautiful, beautiful specimen. Shaped like Africa? Yes, shaped just like Africa. For 810 grams. This flat's going to cost $146. That is for flat 278. Next, we got some Bucanotuk. There are 12 only A-grade specimens here. That's spirit quartz from a little place right in between Limpopo and Gauteng, as well as Mpumalanga. Beautiful limonite at the base. That's a beautiful flat of fairy quartz. It's also sometimes called ametrine, which is mildly deceptive, insinuating that the orange is citrine, which is bollocks. This flat here weighs less than 1 kilogram. It's going to cost $47 for the 12. That's flat 293. On to some more cobalt-bearing calcite, 1.78 kilograms for these two large specimens. They're only rated as good grade. Let's take a closer look. Chrysocolla in there as well. Beautiful formations. That's really nice. Okay, get that over there. Perfect little dog tooth. Congolese on there as well. That's the one. And this is a chunky little fella. See the bands of calcite. There's the Congolese covering up the calcite. You like pink? Well, you're in luck. 1.78 kgs, rated as good grade only. That's going to cost $70. That's cheap for cobalt-bearing calcite. That is flat 359. Next up, we got some beautiful black tourmaline from Irongo with a nice, generous portion of feldspar as well. 3 of these clusters, they weigh 1.31 kilograms. Oh, look at that! Look at that beautiful, well-formed troll termination there. That is beautiful. 2 of them. Highlight opal on the side. Oh, those are pretty as, man. Yummy. This flat here is rated good, very good to A grade. It's going to cost $59. That is for flat 236. Onto some libethenite. Six specimens here, rated very good to A grade. Weighs slightly more than a kilogram. These exist in the outer oxidation regions of the copper. Hell of a rarity, bit of a very much a collector's item. For those copper-loving fanatics, this is a must-have. It's a bit more green. This batch here is very dark. Rated very good to A grade. It's going to cost $52 for the 6 libethanites, flat 234. Now, some smoky points and 1 double termination that says it has an anhydro. Well, let's try catch that fella. Oh, I see you not. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, there we go. Oh, 2 of them actually. That's a beautiful double termination. Here's a busy one. Ooh, it's got a big vug leading to a chamber of limonite. How cool is that? Oh, likewise. One more with a bit of a chlorite veil. This flat here weighs 620 grams. It's going to cost $40 for the 6, and that's a flat 269. Onto some iridescent whole ammonites. These Malagasy beauties are there to shine for you. They rated as very good to A grade. There's 20 of them. These are always an easy sell, good for markets. This 320 grams, they're only going to cost $27. That's for flat 233. Next up, we got some gorgeous banded tiger iron. This one has the slimming hematite lines, veins, and literally veins. It's a beauty. 1.62 kilograms for the 2. Extremely hard material. If you've never encountered the screaming of banshee saws, well, you should listen to the lapidariest cut tiger iron. 1.62 kgs, rated very good to A. It's going to cost $55 for the 2. That is flat 235. And then we got 2 funky little septari towers, or this one's a point more than anything. That is a calcite and aragonite. They rated as very good to A grade. That's more of a tower in my hand. Weighing exactly 1 kilogram, these 2 little pointy toweries are going to be $23 only. That's for flat 273. Then we got a funky little pink Medina. It's a cobalt bearing calcite with a lot of nice chrysocolla over the top of the silky malachite there as well. It's unique. It's a him and a she. It's beautiful. Let me just try and get that in the sun, man. That is, how gorgeous is that? If you like pastel blues and pinks, then happy days. This is the original Barbie stone. Nice, 1.31 kilograms, rated as very good only. It's going to set you back all of $162, flat 252. Then we've got a pretty big monolithic Namibian picture stone standing freeform. And it's tall, and it has dendrites, and it has the entire landscape of Namibia engraved. 5.57 kilograms for this beaut. It's be the envy of all your friends. They'll flock from all over. Just don't tell your family about it. $140 for us. This is flat 285. Then 2 beautiful, very good to A grade smoky points. Oh, come on then, focus. There we go. They're rated very good to A grade. Busy, lots of veils, but a lot of limonite. So there's a solid layer there. 940 grams. These 2 will cost you $45. That's flat 249. Then, last on the second trolley, we got a large and beautiful bull malachite specimen on quartz, as well as lots of what's turning into goethite. Secular hematite around the edges, but look at that. All the way around. All the way around. She's a beaut. Rated as A grade. This piece here, Malachitis Magnificensis, 4.58 kg. It's going to cost $269. That is for flat $389. Yummy. We are on to the third trolley, and we've got a glorious spot in the sun with sweeping views of a broken landy that guzzles fuel faster than you can breathe, and the glorious web team over there in the background, because I think it's apt that they always should be highlighted over there, working in the background with Jono's ginger behavior in the foreground. Let's focus on some points. You know, in the sun they all look citrine, but it's just the smoky. Calm yourselves. That's a beauty though. These are rated as very good to A grade. This is a very nice dark smoky one with lots of nice veils. And tempered by a nice prism of clean quartz. These three are going to cost $42. That's flat $258. Then we got some, the old Congolese cocktail again. Chrysocolla malachite. Nice. Ooh, no druzy on this one, but look at the formations. That must have been some really wicked azurite back in the day. Oh, here's a smaller version of the two big ones we saw earlier. Nice quartz coated by chrysocolla with a nice deep vug. These are rated by Nick as good, very good to A grade. And absolutely stunning. As here's that heavy one again. Lots of nice druzy, thick druzy, like a coat of druzy. This flat here is going to cost you all of a phenomenal $31. That's flat $255. Then our Zimbabwean representatives from Karoi, we got some absolutely beautiful red hematoid crystals. This one's nice and clean on the windows. You can see all those phantoms on the inside. Look at that red phantom. Oh man, that is just beautiful. There's 12 of these. They weigh 1.63 kilograms. Oh yes, look at that. Oh yes. Come on, focus. There we go. They're lovely red phantoms. Rated as good, very good to A grade. Oh, hang on. Let's just have a slow down, Francis. Wait for the sexiness. Oh, no, that's not. It's going to be a good grade only. This flat's going to cost $37 only. $37. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. $37 for flat $259. There, we got some more Mendingi Magic Ball Malachite on a lot of quartz. Look at that. That is a beaut. Juicy on the top. Oh, no, that's just the Malachite shining for us. $800 grams is what these two specimens weigh. $46 is what they cost. Rated as very good to A grade. This is flat 312. More quartz points because you can't ever have enough quartz points. This one's got some beautiful veils. That is a stunning little point there. Just a clear quartz with lots of veils, limonite. And then a little cheeky amethyst with a smoky point. $820 grams. These are rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $45. That is for flat 298. Silky malachite up next. Kasompi's finest. These are 4 beautiful chatoyant green malachites. They rated all as A grade. My dog is causing problems. Come here. Hey, brown dog. Where's my brown dog? Why are you causing problems? Oh dear. 1.5 kgs is what this malachite weighs. It's going to cost all of $56. That is flat 276. And then some absolutely beautiful black tourmaline. There are 42 little crystals in this flat. They weigh 760 grams. There's highlight opal. No, there's no highlight opal. Oh, my shit. No, there is. I can literally see it. There's highlight opal. Take some time. Off the cuff. I think that's the only one. There's a bit of smoky quartz, a bit of feldspar, but generally speaking, that is troll. $40 for the 42 pieces weighing 760 grams, flat 262. Then some more of the Hemi slash chrysocolla. Got 4 of these specimens. They weigh 850 grams. That's some nice juicy on the dolomite. I don't think this has definitely not got Hemi. It's quite light. Sure, the druzy is so fine. I can see it sparkle with my eye. I can't see it on my screen. This one here's got the chrysocolla, then quartz. There's a bit of malachite, and then kaolinite on the top. Let's look at those patterns on the back. Ooh, she's nice. A lot of juicy on this. This flat is rated good, very good to A grade. So 4 pieces are gonna cost you $34 only. That's a nice deal. $34 for flat 347. Then some ammonites, mostly black ones, mostly ordinary lily, but these little small ones just scream out with their little pyrite inclusions. That's a beauty. There's 8 pairs in this flat. There's 1 pair of brown ammonites. That's Janis Joplin, the dog version in the background. I suspect Cat's dog smokes her cigarettes. This is 800 grams worth of ammonites. It's going to cost $67, flat 292. Another variation of Buchanut hook. This is the bland white version with a not so bland limonite. Have a look at this, 940 grams for the 6 clusters. This here is the best of the bunch. Look at that, that is beautiful. Fairy quartz, limonite fairy quartz. These 6 weigh 940 grams. They're going to cost all of $34. That's nice. That's for flat 306. Bit of a mix here, but not as far as color is concerned. We've got a flat of pink. This is most certainly Salrose. This is Cobalt Dolomite. Very nice Cobalt Dolomite too. What is the rating here? These both weigh about a kilo 108. Good grade to very good grade. This is the Cobalt Dolomite. And this is the Cobalt Calcite. You can see those formations quite clearly. Dark gemmy pink just beneath the surface. Corwezite over there as well. Very nice flat. It's only going to cost $43 for the 2. That's for flat 352. Nice. Righto, on to some Okaruso. There are 4 specimens here. Cubic green fluorite, with some shoal. That newspaper can just let go. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love fluorite so much. The camera's not doing it justice. These are rated as good to very good only. Let me just try and stand differently. Maybe I'll focus better. There we go. That's very distinct Okaruso purple corner with a green interior. Beautiful transparent fluorite cubes. Here's the larger one. There we go. Come on. Come to me. Yes. Quite a lot of motherstone. Those are beautiful cubes, man. Lovely, transparent and clean. And then the sides is loaded with fluorite in the motherstone as well. This flat weighs 2.21 kilograms. It's gonna cost $34. That is for flat 291. More chrysocolla with druzy. This flat here is much of what we've seen before. This is really ordinary, that one. Yeah, got that beautiful quartz with a chrysocolla. Nice big fug. Ah, you bastard. Go away.
Big balls, I know you won.
Not my friend. It's it's an interesting one, this. The quartz is actually quite dull, so I'm thinking that it's not quartz. I'm thinking that's calcite. I think we must test it. That beautiful hue of blue shining through the quartz. That's nice. Nice deep fug there. Oh, that's beautiful. Very nice flat. These are rated as good, very good to A grade. 1.16 kilograms for the 6. $46 for flat 272. Next up, we got a beautiful flat of Azurine. That's Malawi from the Zomba Plateau. These are rated as good, very good. And they are beautiful. So these are distinctly green, which is what we look for. I struggle if it's black, then I'll automatically just think, oh, look, tourmaline, but it's not. That's because I'm just a rank amateur at the very best. And sometimes quite stupid. T's and C's apply. Right, I look for the delicate ones. There we go. Look at these. How cool is that? This is my type of mineral, man. This flat weighs 1.31 kilograms. I'm just thinking, what did I see that was mildly interesting? Because I tell you what, it's always worth it. If it's from Zomba, you should always be looking out for some zircon. And I think this is not it. That is really pretty. But a smoky quartz in there as well. This is a beautiful flat. That's got a cost of $53. That is for flat 284. Some more Congolese cocktail. It's sour rose, it's chrysocolla, it's malachite, and it's druzy, and it's all mixed up together. A heady mix at the best. There we go, look at that. That is beautiful. Here's a good boy. Hey, who's a good fella? You good fella. Hey, Fig, do something really interesting. Okay. He's hungry now. Average one. Here's a beaut. Thick layer of druzy. Sour rose, chrysocolla, malachite. It's all in there. It's a beautiful flat. It's rated by Nick as good, very good to maybe A. It's going to cost $39 only. That is for flat 270. Onto some pale Buchenhotuk, 1.42 kilograms worth of limonite base, clean window spirit quartz. Fluid for what? Fluid for what? Fluid for what, Tudor?
To feed these rocks. It's very demanding.
Feed rocks. Don't feed the rocks. Wow. Feed them compliments.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful. Lovely 6 clusters of the light variety of Buchenhotuk, 1.42 kgs. Nick's got them down as A grade. It's going to cost only $46. That is for flat 299. Some more points. We got a beautiful squat fellow with beautiful rainbow veils. These are rated as a very good to A grade. With this specific little smoky there. dark limonite streaks in it as well. And here we got a sharp point with lots of limonite. Doesn't weigh much, 720 grams. Doesn't cost much, $40 for flat 281. All malachite, 2 specimens weighing 550 grams. It's rated very good to A grade. These two, this feels like, looks heavy, but it's not. No Hemi in there, lol. Nice little chrysocolla dust on the side there as well. Ooh, look at these little balls of green magic. Ooh, dear. Some of those little stalagmites that broke off. Or just half an egg. You're half the egg that you used to be. Or half the ball, sorry. My bad. These are beautiful. They're going to cost $38 only. That's for flat 362. Nice. Nice price. Nice specimens. Nice Namibian picture stone. 70 little. Well, it's not quite cobbed, but they are not polished. Are these polished? No, they're not. This has only been sliced, non-polished, rated good, very good to A-grade lapidary material, 1.4 kgs, quite light. And Namibian picture stone, a jasper, and it also is hard as bread. When I say the banded tiger ironstone is hard, this is pretty much as hard. Sliced but not polished, stirred but not shaken. You know how it is in the cocktail world. This is going to set you back all of $28. That's for 70 little Namibian picture stone slices, flat 300. And because Cara can't get enough of pointy points, we got 6 more, and they are beautiful. They always are beautiful. These are rated as very good to A grade. There's some nice limonite in here, some chlorite in this one. This one's got enough rutile to keep you busy for years, just staring at it and trying to... Oh, geez, that's a lot of rutile, man. And she sparkles. I don't know if the camera's picking this up. But that is magic. That really, really is. That's gorgeous. That's as busy. Well, limonite, also those rutile strands. There's a little scepter. And a smoky point. These are rated very good to A, 760 grams. They're going to cost you $39, which is nice, super nice for 2 points with loads of rutile, flat 251. Center of the trolley, first up, is an absolutely stunning tiger iron or tiger eye with a lot of hematite banding. And that is all just one piece, man. That is gorgeous. Very heavy as well. She weighs 1.03 kilograms. Rated as very good to A grade. Doesn't come with the wooden thingy.
That's mine.
That's Cara's, and that's going to cost $38. That's nice. That's really nice for flat 294.
That wooden thing is worth more than my soul.
No one cares for your soul, man. Bugger off. We already heard Phil say. Right, then we got a beautiful cobalt-bearing calcite specimen. It's a triangle, so you can change it on a daily basis, or twice a week if you must, just to get a different view. It stands this way, it stands that way. It's a multifunctional, multi-standing, beautiful dog-tooth cobalt-bearing calcite specimen with colwezite thrown in for free. Little bit of chrysocolla dusting on the sides as well. Malachite in there. But that is absolutely stunning. Come on, let's just zoom in on these babies. Next got this rated as very good to A grade. It says a lot. That is absolutely magnificent. It weighs 1.72 kilograms. It's going to cost, I can hear you all collectively holding your breath, $380 for flat 268. And the last quartz points for the day, I can hear you breathe a collective sigh of relief. Nice limonite point there, lots of veils. These are rated as, what is that, very good to A grade. Try to zoom out a little bit, there we go. And this little fella is joined by a slightly smoky, slightly amethysty point. Let's get some backlighting to that. No, it makes no difference, so we'll just go back to ordinary. There we go. It's a beauty, 1.18 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. It's going to cost $48 for flat 353. And then a large-ish Buchenhotuk, a bit more of a traditional one, with a large crystallization on the sides, a lot of nice iron rouge peeking through the base. It's quite a biggie, 2.43 kilograms, rated a very good to A grade. It does have a reasonably hefty piece of base. That's a beaut. This little cluster here is gonna cost $100 on the dot. That's flat number 290. Then an absolute gorgeous beaut, A grade chrysocolla, and it's got everything. It has everything. The pseudomorph there with the azurite in the background, little balls, possibly covering up, well, no, just azurite. But that is magic. Look at that.
British teenager who's accused of illegally smuggling 14 kilograms of cannabis into Georgia was visibly shaken so that she faces life in an ex-Soviet prison and she has no idea.
That's the news in the background. There's an English teen that was caught smuggling how many kilograms of weed?
18.
All right. 18 kilograms of weed and he faces life imprisonment. Where's that, Indonesia? Okay, never mind. I can't capture this properly, man. That's absolutely gorgeous. That it really is something spectacular. Look at these dendritic heterogenite patterns as well. Covered in juicy as well. This beautiful specimen, that's gonna cost $161, flat 386. I love you. And then last item, we've got two little Swazi bloodstone points. Nice, lots of jasper, fair amount of pyrite in the mix as well. The two of them weigh 930 grams altogether. Oh, don't fall. Oof, nice transparency. Gold banquet, quartz. Gorgeous, gorgeous points. Rated as A grade. They're going to cost $35. And that is flat 279. And that's it for today, guys. And geez, that was a busy little sale. I don't know how busy the sales were, but I tell you what, the Congolese goodies just didn't stop. Nice seeing pink calcite. I can't say pink calcite. Nice seeing the cobalt bearing calcite. I really don't know if we're going to see a lot more of it. Never mind the war. The guys are clamping down. So the word from Brazzaville, for example, is that the mines there are getting really tough on specimens leaving the mine that's destined to get copper out of it. So that means malachite specimens are being clamped down on, and everything else that is anywhere close, remotely close. It's getting tough out there for the locals. It's going to get tough for us as well. If you do have some cobalt calcite, don't sell all of it. I reckon it's going to be worth a ton in a few years' time. Other than that, happy days. Thank you for joining us again, and I'll see you on Thursday for another blockbuster. Ciao.